Hello guys, as you may know, I put a poll on my Discord server asking you if you want a legit cheating tutorial, which many of you said yes, so here we are. And I would start with the most important thing, and that is the cheat, because if you have a bad cheat, you cannot have a good legit cheating experience. So for right now I have Inuria, which is like the best public cheat for legit cheating. It's like 15 euro per month, and that's a pretty good price for the things you get. You get a really legit aimbot, really good visuals, and a lot of features that can help you. So another thing is aimbot, which, as you may know, if you have a really bad aimbot, you just have to get called out and eventually land. So yeah. If you just run and the aimbot just locks onto someone's head like this, that's not legit. Because you have to set the aimbot on a specific key, which for me is mouse button 1, which is left mouse button. So nothing happens, but the moment I start shooting, I just pressing the button, it starts actually aiming. This is my settings on pistols. It like depends on the weapon, but yeah. Most of the time it's like small FOV with distance moving, because if you have like a really big FOV and small smoothing, it's gonna like look like this. I can show you how it looked like. See? This isn't legit at all. You will get banned eventually for it. Another thing is like all the features that are in the aimbot, like settings. There's move, which just as I explained, like legitimize the movement, like it slows down. And there's a factor, smooth factor, which just like doubles it. I mean, you set this to a specific number, and it like now it's on 2, so it doubles it. Another thing is time, which just for how long the aimbot is set on, like is on after you press the button. On pistols you should set it to 1, because if it's not, then like you just click and then it's like, I'm pretty sure it's like holding onto it. I mean, just you don't want it on, because it's like, yeah, it's better if you have it on 1, so it like doesn't just lock the head of the enemy player. Damage, I'm pretty sure this for how much damage it's on. If you deal more than 6 damage, it's gonna turn off. If you deal more than 100 damage, it's gonna turn off. Just set it to 0. I don't think that's like a really important thing. Visible, that's like if this guy disappears behind the wall, that's for how long the aimbot will still track it. Over time, if this guy dies, for 200 milliseconds, it's still gonna like aim at him, so that's like legit, because when you're legit, you just, the millisecond someone dies, you don't stop aiming at them, because like, I'm pretty sure you don't realize that they're yet that fast. First shot, this is the delay between the first shot. I mean, when you, if I set this to 1000, it's gonna wait a second before it shoots, or not. Never mind, feels like it isn't working. That's kinda weird. But yeah, it should be doing that. It waits, aims, and then shoots. Another thing is RCS, which is for rifles. It's recoil spray control, and it just helps with the cursor, with the recoil control pattern. So in normal it's like this with the AK and something smaller with M4. It is big smaller if you set it like this. Yeah, I have it on 67, which is pretty legit. You don't get caught for it unless you do like these long range spray guns, which aren't legit. Another things that are really important is like trigger bot. That is, when you aim at someone, it shoots. Like, if I had it on, and I would press the trigger bot key, it would aim the second the crosshair is on them. So yeah, it would like shoot the second the crosshair is on them. I mean, not the second unless you set it like the delay and things right here, but it just choose for you. I don't think it's like a really important thing. Yeah, another things are visuals. You need to have good visuals. If you have like bad set them, so like the color, and he's the same color, you won't be able to see them almost. And just don't use like wall hacks, because you will be doing like this through a wall sometimes, maybe an accident, and still that isn't legit. You will get called out and eventually banned. So yeah, I mean, the Overwatch is off, so I don't think you will get banned, and if yes, then it will not be instantly, but just don't do it. It's fucking gay. There's things like I forgot to talk about backtrack, which is like you see this white thing. If he was moving, this white thing would be like behind him, and if I shot at it, it would like kill him because it would like teleport him back in time. I can like show you right here. As you can see, this guy moves. If I was good enough to hit the backpack. See, I wasn't aiming at him. But like, don't use anything larger than like 100. I have it on 80 because that's legit enough. You don't get called out for it because backcheck is like really easily spotted in the game. So let's get to the tips that you were waiting for if you didn't skip until this part, and that is learn how to play the game. That's like the first thing you need to know. Play legit like 100, 200, 300 hours, like so you learn the fundamentals of CSGO. So you are not like walking down like this. Another tip, just decent crosshair placement, because if you like aiming at the ground and then tapping heads, that's not legit at all. You will get called out and probably banned. And the reports, I'm pretty sure, lower your trust factor, and you don't want that. Don't use bunny hop, because you will eventually just be like jumping on the map, like, which isn't legit. I mean, if you're smart enough, you won't, but like, yeah, it's the temptation that you can just hold the space button. The jump is really big. Unless your cheat has the percentage chance, which a lot of newer cheats have, Inira doesn't, because just waiting for the new V5. But if your cheat has it, just set it to like, I don't know, 60%, 70%, and then you can, on 50% that would be even better. So you can just hold the space button and jump, and won't look that won't look that blatant. Another tip is learn grenades, because if you know how to throw grenades, that's like really good, unless your cheat is a grenade helper, which Inira does. So you can just get into the box, aim at the thing that it shows you to, and do the thing that it tells you to do, and the grenade will land where you want it. It's really good because in the Overwatch, or just in the game, it makes you look like 1600 times more legit, which is the thing you want. You just want to be the good player, not the cheater. That was the fundamentals of legit cheating. If you have like any more questions, you can DM me on Discord or ask in the description in the comments. Join my Discord server if you want my configs and like updates and all of that. So yeah. Hope you enjoyed this video, and goodbye guys.